Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
¿Qué pasa, gente? Bienvenidas, bienvenidos a los juegos de Tito. Estamos aquí con Genshin Impact y vamos a hacer la misión esta de Sumeru, del Arconte. Vamos a seguirla.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist?
Y para acabar el vídeo haremos una tiradita al gachapón, no al de las protogemas, sino al otro, al fijo, el de los deseos, que ya he reunido 10. Pero bueno, a ver qué tal
I know
sale.
what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block
¿Qué tal este?
sandstorms?
Espero que genial, ya sabéis, como siempre os digo, que si os está gustando.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms.
Os podéis
It
parar un
serves a
instante
more
para dejarme
important
likes,
purpose.
comentarios,
Keeping out people
suscribiros al
like
canal,
us.
darle a la campanita, compartir el vídeo, contactarme por las redes sociales, etc. el extraterrestre.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
Repito lo que dije hace unos vídeos, que ya sé que viene siendo habitual que en cada episodio hagamos una tiradita al gachapón, pero
Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
no es que yo sea un ricachón asqueroso que me gasto el sueldo en Genshin Impact, que me gasto el dinero que no tengo, sino que es que no grabo episodio todos los días, pero sí juego todos los días a Genshin Impact. Entonces poco a poco voy acumulando y tal, y cuando veo que tengo una tiradita digo, oh, mira, vamos a seguir con el vídeo, y como además tenemos una misión, pues hago las dos cosas, misión y tirada, por aclarar.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dehya. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, or...
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Pues venga, vamos para allá.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dehya, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dehya's,
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dehya, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so...
So, come with me. Por cierto, ya he completado todos los aremóculos de la estatua. He subido la estatua de los 7 de Mondstadt al máximo, al nivel 10. Así que, y lo hice gracias a la guía de Cypher. Como ya os dije, que es un youtuber que se dedica mucho a guías y tal. Y se curró una guía con los 65 aremóculos. Entonces, como solo me faltaban 2, me la tuve que ver entera. Porque digo, claro, es que no sé los que me faltan. Así que me la fui viendo entera y yendo a los mismos sitios a los que iba él, hasta que pues aparecieron. En concreto eran 2 que estaban en el cielo, pero altísimo, súper alto, que tenías que pillar unas corrientes de viento y tal. Entonces, lo he dicho. ¿A qué viene este cuento? Pues a que, como podéis ver, la barra del aguante está súper larga ya. Ya puedo escalarme el Everest, si hace falta. Si fuese menester. Bueno, escalarme el Everest o nadarme el Atlántico o correrme 2 maratones seguidas.
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Estos son los enemigos nuevos de esta zona, que son los
Why don't you take a guess?
los eremitas.
Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
No me digas. Pero bueno, que eres el amigo de Dehya.
What's this all about,
Dehya.
Zaki?
Come on, Dehya. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Cyno behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal, non?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dehya, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right.
Qué perro traidor.
We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dehya, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Bueno, pues nada, si quieren pelea,
Just as I
la
expected.
tendrán.
Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
Terminate!
Take that!
Propagate!
You're open!
You're in for a little... Come a little closer.
Piribiribim.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fight. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some...
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the... Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then... That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dehya, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, but I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dehya.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's...
Bueno, pues seguimos. Lo que me está dando miedo es el combate final de este capítulo. Porque ya sabéis que siempre en todas las regiones hay un combate final bastante bruto. Lo tuvimos contra el dragón, lo tuvimos contra el monstruo de las profundidades, lo tuvimos contra Raiden, lo tuvimos contra Señora. Así que me va a tocar sufrir un poquito. Espero que le quede mucho aún al capítulo. Porque, por ejemplo, si fuera hoy, no me apetecería nada de nada.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then,
I'm waiting.
please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too.
La tengo en el equipo 4. junto con Sayu
She's been guarding Aru village
y no
for
sé quién
quite
más.
some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
Bueno, si
I'll meet you back
quieres,
here tomorrow
me
morning.
voy a
As for
conectar
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
teletransportes. Triqui, trinqui, triqui, triqui, trin. Espera hasta la mañana del día siguiente. 6:12. Escuchar a escondidas.
You heard the question. Now answer me.
No le toques los ovarios a mi Candace. Bueno, pues como hay que esperar hasta las 6, son, a ver, según la hora del juego, son las 9. Ahora que hagamos, nos plantamos en las 6. Así que vamos a explorar un teletransporte. Por ejemplo, este.
Ready, steady, go!
Vale, ¿dónde estaría esto? ¿Dónde estaría esto? Vaya. Uy, una corriente. Una corriente continua de agua. No, pues no es una corriente. Es la corriente, pero de arena. Tirin, tin, tiriririn, tirin, tin, tiriririn, tirin, tin, tiriririn, tiririn, tin, tin. Ya sabéis que en el desierto por el día hace un calor insoportable, pero por la noche hace un frío que te pelas. Hala, dame 5. A ver cómo estoy de protogemas. Estaré por las 1200 o por ahí, creo. 1385, bueno. Tiririn, tin, tin. Vamos a ver si da tiempo a abrir otro. Por ejemplo, y ya que estamos, este. Que es seguir hacia el sur. Hola, Selly. Selibuz. Tirin, tin, tiriririn. Casa Alsifa. Uy, que son malos estos.
Sounds good to me.
Ah, que no quise yo activaros, hombre. No sé, calcinos. Ah, mira, hay un dendro ahí. ¿Dónde hay un dendro? Dentro de la taberna. Pues tiene que haber aquí. Vale, esto estaba por allá. Ah, hasta la mañana del día siguiente. Pero del día siguiente sí, ¿no? El día siguiente es mañana, ¿no? O me estás diciendo que tengo que esperar un día y medio. Porque en ese caso nos va a dar tiempo a explorar bien toda el desierto. Si se activa ahora es que es este día, si no hay que esperar un día más. En cuyo caso, pues mira, esperamos y me dedico a los teletransportes. Así retraso el inevitable combate final de área. Para otro vídeo. Hay un logro que es causar daño a un enemigo con un ataque descendente de más de 5 segundos. O sea, hay que buscarse un punto súper alto, ver por ejemplo donde haya gilichurlis o algo así y lanzarse a por ellos. Pero claro, cuanto más alto estás, más difícil es calcular el punto en el que vas a caer, por razones obvias. Y entonces está aquí esto ya. Entonces es complicado. Lo he intentado alguna vez desde las montañas esas que hay tan altas, el Liyue, la montaña Zong y todas esas, y caigo cerca de donde están ellos, pero no en el punto exacto para hacerles daño. Entonces lo estuve intentando unas cuantas veces y al final dije, ya me saldrá algún día, de chorra, de suerte. Bueno, pues vamos a ver, por ejemplo, esto de aquí. Esto de aquí. Vamos a ir aquí a este. Y luego al de la izquierda. Izquierda, derecha, izquierda. A ver qué tal suerte nos sale en el gachapón hoy. No sé, ¿quién tocará? Yo voy ahora hacia el oeste, ¿no? Sí. Pues esto... Bueno, es que aún es de noche. Pero seguramente será el día siguiente. Hostia, ¿eso qué es? Eso que se mueve ahí en el horizonte. Parece un bicho grande, ¿no? Ah, será un bicho de esos de carga, supongo. ¿Son buenos o malos? No, son malos. ¿Y este? ¿Este pájaro? ¡Eh! Pom, 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 pom. Oye, un segundo, ¿dónde está esto? ¿Dónde está? Aquí. Voy bien, todo recto. Mira, sí. Se ve ahí la silueta. ¿Y este? ¿Este es bueno o malo? Otro bandido. Ah, es un aventurero, ¿no? No. No es un aventurero. Aventurero y gran señor jugador. Ay, aquí dice que necesitamos a Nemo para mover esto. Así que... ¡Uy! Un escorpión. Resulta que ya tenemos un personaje a Nemo. Lo que pasa es que hay que cambiar el equipo. O incluirlo en el nuestro. Pero bueno, ya los tengo juntos hasta todos en un equipo. Excepto a unos pocos, porque solo puedes hacer hasta 4 equipos, como podéis ver. Entonces, vamos a coger este. Le damos a utilizar. Y Sayu es la ninja de Anemo. Está bien porque ya no tengo que irme otra vez a Mondstadt a cambiar a Moria en la estatua. Y de paso veo a mi waifu. ¡Ah, qué guapa! A ver, ¿dónde está esto? No, pero hacia el otro lado. Ah, es un Shelly. La verdad es que últimamente paso bastante de los Shellys, de los tesoros. Hay tesoros que ni los abro. Especialmente los comunes. Hay veces que ni los abro. Digo, ¿para qué? Si ya es algo que me van a dar. Que está muy lejos. Que estás muy pesado. Bueno, lo que pasa es que hay que acordarse de cambiarlo otra vez, porque este equipo está todos en el nivel 1. O sea, como me pille aunque sea una mosca, me funde. Esto es lo único que no me gusta, que hasta que lo activa el equipo tarda a veces. Llega a tardar hasta 5 segundos. Y me parece que es una cosa que debería ser instantánea, ¿no? mato a los animales. Soy antiviolencia animal, siempre que no haya otra opción. Trabajo de lado de investigar. Florecita de aventurero. Muy bien. Vale, vamos a... ¿Esto qué es? ¿Es una línea ley o qué es esto? Sí. Paso. Para esa recompensa. Voy a irme aquí. Al ojo de las arenas. Hostia, pero eso es una pedazo de tormenta de arena que te cagas. Más que una tormenta es un remolino. ¿Esto qué es? Señora Escarlata. Señorita Escarlata. Que me dan mucho miedo los yankees. Nos subimos aquí al cactus, ignorando completamente el dolor. Y las espinas. El guardián desaparecido. Habla con Dehya. ¿Ahora me venís? Bueno, pues vamos a activar el teletransporte y ya volvemos a la misión. Pom, 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 pom. Digo porque así ya lo dejamos hecho. Aquí tenemos un guardián de las ruinas. Y esto que está aquí abajo, qué guapo, ¿qué es esto, tío? Ojo de la arena. Hay una estatua ahí. Hay una cosa que brilla. Bueno, debe ser un decorado. Qué chulaco, ¿no? Estatua de Brito saber quién. Tin, tin, tin. Uy, aquí no me voy a dejar pasar. Míralo, mierda, esto hay que hacer alguna misión para romperlo o algo de eso, seguro. Por lo menos lo bueno es que no me da daño, como me pasaba con el electro. Pues para entrar ahí seguramente es el final del capítulo. Y por supuesto habrá enfrentamiento final y todo eso. Vamos, como siempre. Uy, que me estoy quedando sin energía. Aquí me mato. A ver un segundo, que he visto unas cosas rojas aquí. No sé si son flores o qué son. Ah, no, son enemigos. Sí, es una flor, pero son enemigos. Pas. Uy, si hay que ir para allá. Sí o sí. Tirariran, tirariran, tirariran. No nos acercamos al cofre ese, por lo que pueda pasar. Bueno, pues ya hemos activado este. Ya podemos venir aquí cuando toque. Vamos a la misión. A ver cómo vamos el tiempo. Vamos a grabar un cuartillo de hora más. Gran desierto escarlata. Por eso el rey se llama Escarlata. Qué graciosa. A ver, ¿qué pasa ahora?
Hey, Dehya!
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against us.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is. And us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Cyno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Swear... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your...
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well,
We're gonna
looks
die.
like Cyno taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please.
2 y
I'm
medio.
telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't
2 y
believe
3
me.
cuartos.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away.
A lo mejor
I'm not
estaba
risking
pensando, a lo
another
mejor esto
beating
acaba
to
aquí
keep his
ahora.
secrets. No way.
Pero el capítulo en sí no. O sea, acaba el capítulo, pero luego a lo mejor el epílogo, que será el de la batalla final y todo eso, pues a lo mejor lo mete dentro de 2 meses en la 3.2 o algo así. Es que llevo jugando 3 meses o así, no me sé bien la mecánica de cómo hace mi joyo las actualizaciones y todo eso.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Ampu no era el de la tienda de los Simpson. Ah, no, ese era Apu. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the
ese va a ser el
academia.
combate final. El que nos encontramos en la academia, el que controlaba las mentes. ¿Cómo se llamaba? Fragatella o
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back?
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Muy bien. Muy bien, muy bien. Llantos en el hospital de Eleazar. Sal de la casa del jefe de la aldea. Sal de la casa del jefe de la aldea. Sal de la casa del jefe de la aldea. Hace una canción. Vale. Salimos. Y salimos mañana.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Sí, porque es lo único que sabes hacer. Eso, rajar con una cotorra y quejarte.
Paimon's got nothing.
Y comer, por supuesto.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, remember what Candace said. Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
Shani.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Cyno's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the I mean...
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers...
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Pum, 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 pum. Bueno, gente, pues a ver, lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Vamos a hacer la tiradita al gachapón. En el próximo seguimos. Buscar a la persona de la que hablaba, a la Zen. Es que está arriba, pero es que si me tal y me sale otra cinemática de 10 minutos, se me va el vídeo hasta el infinito al final. Así que en el siguiente empezamos por aquí justo. Vamos a tirar al gachapón. Y que los dioses no sean propicios, los dioses y los arcontes. A esta hay que tirar. Porque si veis, en esta no tengo deseos y no llego a las 1600 protogemas. Así que vamos a tirar a esta. A ver, 10 deseitos, a ver qué sale. Pim, 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 pim. Pim, 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 pim. Pim, 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 pim. Digo, esta a lo mejor es de 4, pero no. Tiene que salir alguno de 4 o un personaje. Es obligatorio. Pues el último, creo. Me queda uno, creo. Este. Ojo de la perspicacia. Mira qué bien. Y esto, vale, me lo llevo. A ver cómo es el ojo de la perspicacia. Vamos a echarle una ojeada rápida. Catalizador, ataque 12%. Uy, este es muy bueno. Uf, este es muy bueno. Este es muy bueno. Me han informado gente que lleva mucho tiempo jugando a Genshin, que ya a niveles altos, a partir de 60, 70, 80, lo más importante es el ataque, y si te lo dan porcentaje, mejor que mejor, porque te hace el porcentaje de todo el ataque que tú llevas, junto con los artefactos, junto con los talentos. Entonces Este se lo voy a poner de momento a la que tira electro, que es a Lisa. Lo voy a subir y se lo voy a poner a ella. Porque Lisa tiene uno. Es que el de Lisa se lo cambié con el de Bárbara. Y es bastante bueno también. Es daño crítico. Claro, ataque básico. Y esto lo que tienes que al entrar en combate puede ocurrir una vez cada 30 segundos o que te aumente el ataque en un 60%, o que te aumente todo el daño elemental en un 48%, o la maestría elemental en 240 puntos. Entonces, pero me gusta más este. Así que lo voy a subir y se lo voy a dar a Lisa, el ojo de la perspicacia. Así que nada, gente, por aquí lo vamos a dejar. Ya sabéis, sed buenos, sed felices. Espero que os haya gustado este capitulillo. Nos vemos en el siguiente seguro. Así que nada, chao, chao.